Hello everyone, this is me, Dusty Circuit here. Welcome to another Kerbal Space Program video. And last time we actually explored, we'll be re-explored Jot, first landing on its moon Subon. And then I dove my plane into Jot's atmosphere, and that was a crazy that was definitely a crazy adventure for sure. It's definitely like night and day between the first time I actually did it without the without this update, and now with this update. That's just so much more detail to this planet now. It's definitely worth a revisit. But now we're 2/3 of the way done with this mission. We just have Blas and its moon left. So I guess now it's now time to leave Jot and actually plot a course for Blas. Okay, this we have our encounter set now. Oh, and there's Blas right there. You can already tell, if you've seen my previous video, you might be able to tell it already looks a little different. Okay, now we're that puts us basically in orbit just outside of the ring system. So I guess we'll land on Geet first, and then we'll go land on the surface of Blas. I think this time I might want to tackle this a little differently. I think I'll go in like from a polar orbit instead. Use like equatorial orbit, you'd have to get pretty close to like the central like equatorial bulge, and you wouldn't have to be in the sphere of influence for very long. Okay, I think first I'm gonna see what it's gonna take to get into orbit. Well, delta V wise. Actually, that's not bad. Oh, there's Geet. And it already looks quite a bit different. A lot more higher res, more detailed than last time you were here. I think I should do a radial outburn. And then we'll finish the orbit. Now we'll have to burn prograde a little bit, just to actually turn this into an orbit rather than just a collision course. There we go. Yeah, this looks awesome right here. Okay, so I think we'll use the lander for this one. think I'll land on, I guess the equator first, and then the pole, just for different views. Now it's just getting actually settled down here. This could be a challenge. This might help. Kind of a waste of monopropellant, but it works. So I don't really need to do science here because I've already done that in my last mission, but I guess we can plant the flag and take a screenshot. I was thinking maybe I had my landings from the other mission were here, but it looks like they're not. Yeah, that's screenshot worthy right there. I think I'll go to the North Pole, and then from there we'll rendezvous with the mothership. Yeah, I think I might want to go for the rim of the crater. I think that might be maybe to get a better view of the planet. Okay, those rocks are like glitched, like they're like floating in midair. Also a pretty cool view. Oh, I don't actually think we need this lander anymore. It's basically served all its purposes, so I think I can just leave it behind now. Yeah, I gotta open the door on this that crew module, and then I can actually go inside. Okay, now we can leave Geet. And now we can get into a lower orbit over Blas, so I can actually land my plane. Okay, now we can depart our plane. Okay. This is an I'm in an interesting predicament now. It seems like I cannot undock this thing anymore. Like, it's like there's some kind of glitch. Well, I could probably remedy this by reverting to a quick save, but I didn't have the foresight to actually do a named quick save. I just am in this habit of always hitting the F5. And I did that before. I actually did that when I just arrived here. So I'm gonna resort to a cheat to resolve this. This will be the first time I've used this on camera. So I'm trying to do here is break, like, probably try to target either this docking port or that one with the object thrower, just to break this thing free. Well, that worked. But the only problem is I also broke off the docking port on the plane, so I guess, I might have to rescue these guys. But I guess we'll deal with that when we cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh. So I'm gonna turn on that cheat just so we don't. Well, I didn't. I guess I should have put like heat shielding on this plane, but I didn't have the foresight to do that. I was afraid this was gonna happen. Always seems to happen when I'm doing these atmospheric entries. But I guess the key when you end up like this with a space plane is to get facing towards prograde, like that. And then you can regain control. just... might not be able to recover from this. No. Okay, I tried moving all of my fuel towards the front of the plane. We'll see if maybe that helps with, like the center of gravity, or center of mass, to keep me balanced better. Well, so far so good. Okay, now we just need to, like, slow down and land. Well, landing here is, at least with a plane, it's kind of difficult because of the terrain here is not entirely flat. Oh, there's our previous landing site over there. Well, still like 20-some kilometers away. Okay, that was probably one of my sketchiest plane landings ever, but we survived. Like with all, like basically like we touched down and then you like caught air like what, 3 times or 4 times. That was crazy. I just want to maybe get to like a flatter spot. Maybe we could go to one of these spots, like where instead of like sand dunes, it's like more like rock. And then, I don't know, and then I might fly to the North Pole. And then we'll come back to the equator and then get back into orbit again. I guess we'll just get out real quick and plant a flag, and then we'll get back in. I actually think I might want to hold off on refilling my fuel tanks in this plane because it seems like, well, like I don't know if that's gonna affect like the center of mass like a whole lot, because like it's like I thought they made this plane to be stable, even like taking into account different fuel levels, but I guess I didn't. I guess not. And I just lower the front landing gear because that ladder is like actually too short for him to actually climb up with the gear extended. Once again, I got that bug where, like, that landing state bug, so I had to deal with that. I think we're just gonna fly up to that plateau, and I think we'll land on it. I just realized I don't know if it'll be a safe place to land here. I don't know how I managed to land that safely, but, yay. I'm actually curious what the science reports say, as I don't think I've been in this biome. Huh. Love how it says Midlands of a Blas. Taking off from here might be a bit difficult. So I believe a lot of these rocks actually are going to have collision. Trying that again. doing landing there was probably a bad mistake, but we made it off. We made it into the air. I think we were gonna go to the North Pole, and I don't know if we'll land, but at least we'll fly there. It just seems like every time I land this thing, it's having to dodge the ground scatters just to get off the ground without crashing. I mean, I definitely like the parallax continued, but it's definitely like with that happening collision, it definitely makes landing quite a bit more difficult. Taking off, especially with planes, quite a bit more difficult. What I'm doing is just kind of cycling between 4 times physics time warp and normal speed, just to kind of get through this flight faster, but while also not putting myself in danger of like losing control or the Kraken attacking. It's a kind of a rather faint aurora, but I guess you can see it. Yeah, we're almost at the North Pole now. Okay, I think we'll turn around now and start heading south. Just these texture updates, like with these planets, and the volumetric clouds added to Jot made this mission worth it. I'm really glad I did this. I think we'll just go down to the equator. And I think we might actually, I think I might try just getting into orbit with what we have for fuel. So I've realized this plane actually is easier to control at half fuel, and with most of the fuel being towards the front. So maybe we'll try to get into orbit with that. Maybe we'll have better thrust to weight with the jet engines. Okay, that was dumb. Should have gone out of time warp before hitting the controls. Yeah, that is how you recover from, like a stall. Basically, just go point your nose down until you're facing prograde, and then gain speed, and then pull up, like, until you're back in level flight. Holy crap. Just want to just actually see like how crazy our temperature actually got to, and yeah. Oh no. One moment. Okay, so what I did is I basically just reverted back to the quick save I had before I did that flight to the North Pole, and I'm just gonna continue on from there. So I've spent enough time on this freaking video, having with all these my failed attempts of trying to get off the ground, and being the aerodynamics. It just seems like the aerodynamics on this planet is just unforgiving in my experience. Like, it doesn't take much to like lose control. Yay, we made it into orbit. Or into space, at least. Oh, we should have just enough fuel to make it back into orbit.